Like deers in the headlights.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, clicked something.
What did you click?
I don't know, it's been a while.
Uh, mm,
I think we're live. I think we're good.
yeah, think so too. Wow, amazing.
What a surprise. Oh, we got a notification.
Yes.
Vanlife on the line. Last Campervan live before inspection.
Yeah. We hope
That's
not.
actually true. It's factual.
We hope not, but yeah, the way things are looking now doesn't look good.
Yes, it's the worrying phase. Well, phase. Worrying year, worrying decade.
Mm.
What? It all applies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're still working at the same time, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So if nobody pops in, we can keep working.
Yep.
That's why you'll see our eyes on the phone,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
our work phone,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have our vlog phone, the live stream phone,
Mm.
and then we have the work phone. The
Indeed. Mm-hmm.
Petra is working the hardest at the
Mm-hmm.
moment, but because digital nomads, YouTube vloggers, that's a way, a source of income. But the digital nomad work is also a source of income. So we try to do as much work we can, having two phones and an old crappy laptop. So you got, like, I think I said that at some point. If you have a stool with one leg, it's not a sturdy stool. So if it's only YouTube, then you sit on that stool with one leg, but
Mm.
trust me, that's not ending well.
No.
But if you have a second leg on the stool, yeah, you still collapse easy.
Mm.
But as soon as you have a third leg on the stool, then you have sort of a sturdy stool.
Mm.
Even with my weight.
Yes, indeed. Mm.
So the more legs you have on the stool, the sturdier the stool. So one way you have the YouTube for your income, and the other way we got the other digital nomad work for income.
Mm. Yeah.
And that's a whole vlog by itself, I think. Our digital nomad work. We talked about it in the past as well, but it is due for an update. So yeah, just rambling along a little bit. We'll just see what pops up and who pops in and everything. And if nobody pops up or pops in, it'll be a short one.
Yeah, indeed.
Even though
Mm.
I'm known to go in a bender, right?
Mm.
Talk wise.
Yes.
But also, I talk a lot now because we're finally free. If
Mm.
you the guys, I don't know if you understand this, but we were sort of forbidden to talk for how many years did we spend that we were forbidden to talk? Two? So 2 years
2
at
or 3,
least,
yeah.
2 winters at least, we were forbidden to talk. We were only allowed to listen, to be talked at.
Mm. Yes.
I mean, it is live stream. If you type something, you talk, you have a voice. But where we were in Portugal, I mean, that's the whole rent thing. We were not allowed to talk. There was only one guy talking the whole day on the campsite,
Mm.
and that
Yeah.
was the guy with the leverage, with the 5 locks on the trailer, and inside the trailer was our engine. So there was one person allowed to talk, and if you talked, which is normal, if you have friendship and friends have conversations,
Yeah.
then you would want your friends to talk because you want to
Once
hear their stories and get to know them, but at the same time, it's normal that they also want to hear from you and get to know you a little bit. So
usually.
so if somebody gives you the whole life story on, I don't know, which cars they had in their life, then it would make sense to ask, oh, which cars did you have in your life? Some simple things.
Yep.
Somebody talks about his jobs that he had in his life, then it makes sense to ask your friends, oh, which jobs did you have in your life? So at the end of those months in Portugal, you could quiz us and we'd have all the answers correct about our friends, our friends'
Yeah.
lives. But if we would make a quiz about our lives, they probably would know nothing.
No, I don't think so.
And that's not good, of course. So we were not allowed to speak for 2 years in Portugal. So when we came back, what did we notice immediately? We had our voices back.
Yeah. We
And
had time to ourselves.
it went so fast that you almost forget, like, oh, I'm allowed to speak and nobody is shushing me, threatening to not fix my van anymore, if that makes sense. So we got our voices back, and that that led on into a lot of talking vlogs
Indeed.
during the winter. A lot. There was a lot that we.
Come out.
A lot came out, yeah. That you bundled up inside. A lot came out. Because once you leave the situation, you can look back at it with the wisdom
Hindsight
of the hindsight.
is a wonderful thing.
And then you see the way that you got sort of trapped, and it went so fast. I mean, we pride ourselves to not be the stupidest people. We pride us on having some grain of intelligence and knowledge. Yes, what did you want to say, my dear?
Well, if you're up against a master manipulator, you can be as intelligent as you want.
Yeah, it's
I
also,
guess. Yeah.
yeah, that is fact, but also we were vulnerable to manipulation of a certain kind. Just like you have UFOs of certain kinds, close encounters of the third kind, we had sort of a vulnerability of the third kind financially. So for the first decade of our lives, a lot of people took financial advantage of us in many ways. Um, because we were financially vulnerable, my own brother took advantage of me by ignoring me. My own parents took advantage of my financial vulnerability, which for the first time in my life ever I had. Because before that, I had 20 years of sort of working 9-to-5 jobs. I never was financially in a vulnerable position. But when I was, that's when they showed their true colors for the first time. I'm grateful that they showed the true colors,
The true faces, yes.
the true faces, because it meant that you wisen up and you say, oh, I can't hang around these people, the two-faced people, if I can help it.
Yeah, true.
So, where was I going with that?
I don't know.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. La la la, blah blah blah. If you normally you can cut this, but in the life you cannot cut that.
Nah, true.
Where was I going with this?
What
was I saying again?
That people show their true faces once you're vulnerable.
Yes, I have vulnerability of the third kind, financially in our case. So when I was finally financially vulnerable for the first time in my life, I mean, I went to university, I had good jobs, and income help from my family, for example, was never necessary until we went to do something special, the van life. You were financially vulnerable, and the way that they reacted to that, instead of sort of being helpful
Yep.
and
That's
supportive,
yep.
it was like, oh, now we got something that we can hurt you with, that we can use against you and hold over you and lord over you and manipulate you with. Because now we can sort of humiliate you on the phone. A lot of the conversations were on the phone. We can humiliate you on the phone because you're now financially vulnerable. We can humiliate you on the phone. We can call you the craziest things, and because you clearly want help, financial help, so you'll have to sit through that, or else that door closes, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Now, humiliating somebody who shows vulnerability, you can also say, hey,
Me.
that's, you can also say,
Disrespectful.
no, in a good way, you can say, okay, like when my father asked me for money many years ago, I thought, okay, he trusts me enough to let me know that he needs money. And now he's showing financial vulnerability. He asked me like, we need 600 or 800 euros for a washing machine. And I said, sure, I'll transfer it right away. That's the perfect way to do it. That's a normal way to do it.
Yeah.
If you have,
Especially nowadays. Yeah.
not normal is, if my father says I need 800 euros for a washing machine, for me to think, oh, he's showing financial vulnerability. Now I can humiliate him on the phone for an hour or two. You know where I'm going with this. So I could have said, well, if you need that 800 euros, let me first tell you everything that's wrong with you and your financial situations and your life and your choices. And I could take him to the ringer. And if he really needed that new washing machine, he'd had to sit through that in the hope that at the end of that conversation I would say, okay, you sat through that, and as a reward, well, keep you on the line a bit longer. I might say, you know what, I'm going to think about it. Or if he would speak up, I could say, well, yeah, you sound a bit, eh. Yeah. So it could give me sort of a sense of superiorness or superiority while somebody comes to you with vulnerability, you know. So it depends on the relationship that you have. If you for your whole life you've been waiting for an opportunity to somebody you looked up to all your life, and you think, oh, now it seems that they have a weakness, which is like Superman has kryptonite, and we had our financial situation when we started the van life.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, this Superman, you got here Patrick, Superman, super pet, but he has a financial vulnerability, which is kryptonite, so I'm gonna cut that knife in him and keep twisting it. And see how much blood will pour out before he.
It's when you really get to know people, as it were.
So, and then it's a matter of like how much are you willing to take. Now the same happened in relation to the situation that we're in Portugal. If you don't understand any word we're talking about, watch back our vlogs about the difficult moments. You'll find them. It will make sense, we promise. Well, it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense.
More sense.
When the English couple came to us a couple of years back to the Netherlands, and they said, we're going to be your pit crew, come with us to Portugal. We didn't know what they meant was, and once we have you in Portugal, we're gonna exploit your financial vulnerability to the max by lording over you, by ruling over you, and making treating you sort of like worse than slaves, inhumane.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a weird situation, but once once we were in it, and it went super fast, because we had the naive idea, if we go to Portugal, we're going to fix the van up, we're going to get some roof edge, we're going to get a solar panel, we're going to fix up some important stuff like brakes, change a cam bell or two, change a filter, and then we can also do our thing and befriend people on the campsite, do digital nomad work, improve our situation, go
Basically,
see some more of Portugal,
basically do your own thing.
do your own thing. Because the interesting thing was, we let them do their own thing all the time. If the guy said, I'm going to go on a motorbike trip with another camper friend that I made, we would support that. We would be supportive because we believe, as friends, you support your friends in their happiness. So if going on a motorbike ride with another guy who has a motorbike makes them happy, and it did, we supported that a lot. But when we said, oh, here's a French friend that we interviewed, he's in the vlogs, John, we met John again that year, and they were like, we don't want John to come over. I was like, John, let's come here, let's hug and talk. And they were like, if you talk to John, we're not going to fix your van anymore. That's not being supportive of the friends that I have, if you understand that. So they exploited our financial vulnerability every time we were about to make a new friend.
Yeah.
John's dad, John's father was there. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a good example for my family, who was so unsupportive as can be. John was living the motorhome, is a French YouTube van lifer. He was living the YouTube van life, and he inspired his father,
Yep.
to buy a motorhome and go live the van life too. And they were there together on the side. John and his father. I met him, a great guy. His father's named Patrick, just like me. So we bonded. But I always had to talk to John and his father in secret, out of sight of the mechanic, English mechanic was fixing our van, or his wife with the binoculars. Because if they saw that, it was like, why did you go there? What did you talk about? What were you doing there? It was really weird. So when John's father went to the post office, and there was a package with an engine part for us, and because on the package it said Patrick, and John's father is also Patrick, they asked him, is this package also for you? And he said, no, that's for the other Patrick. But he said at the post office, I'll bring the package with me to the campsite and give it to Patrick because he's waiting for this part. So John's father comes over, and we were inside the van, and he was knocking at our door with the package. And the English couple parked next to us, door to door, were like really rude to him. They opened the door, they said, what are you doing there? Be gone, be gone, leave them alone. So they make it really an unpleasant, what is it called? An unpleasant atmosphere for John's father, who was nice and helpful, bringing over the package for me. So I heard all the ruckus, so I go outside, there's John's father with the package. But, oh no, he left the package on the little stepping stone that we stepped in and out of the van from. But they already bossed him off before we opened the door. So we opened the door, there was a package, but no John's father anymore. He already went back to his motorhome, and I was like, oh, a package that you picked it up for me? No, it was John's father. He was banging on your door. We didn't know what he wanted. I said, well, it came. If that's a great thing. I'm happy that he brought the package for me.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll go over there to thank him properly. Don't go over there. It's really weird. So every time I said, I'll go over there, I'm going to thank him.
Yeah.
They had a problem with that. if you go over there to thank him, we won't fix your van, sort of
Yeah.
vibe.
True.
I said, well, I'm gonna go do it anyway, you know. And then you think, oh, I hope that doesn't mean that they're not fixing the van anymore, which was still in the trailer at that point. So that creates an atmosphere that you're starting to get really paranoid for yourself, because you know you're starting, oh, they might have a problem with this, oh, they might have a problem with that.
Yeah.
What if they don't fix the van anymore?
Indeed.
Which happened to another friend of ours, which they told me also, don't help that friend. They told me literally, if you help that friend, you're a traitor and we will not fix the van anymore and you can figure it out by yourself
Yeah.
how you're going to get back to the Netherlands.
Yeah. A bit like a vicious dog.
Yeah, it was a weird
He
situation.
couldn't get anywhere near. It would growl, it would bark, etc.
I don't think we even told that story, but this friend, he's an older Irishman, and he helped us a year before. He borrowed or lent it. We could use his generator to do repairs. There was a bolt that was stuck.
Yep.
He brought over his generator, and he said, use it because you need help.
Yeah.
A year later, he needed help.
Yeah.
He needed help. So he asked me, can you phone? He had German roadside assistance, but he doesn't speak a word of German. I don't know how he had that, but he had German roadside assistance because it's the best. So he said, Patrick, you speak a good word of German. Can you phone them up for me? So I said, okay, I'll come over. In 5 minutes, I'll come over. I'll help you phone them up. And the English couple had a problem with that. Don't go over there. Let him figure it out. Why is he using you to do that? I said, I'm glad to do it because he helped me the year before. I want to help. I want to pay it forward. I want to help him back. I'm glad I can help him with doing that. Oh, I don't think you're going to get your van fixed then if you go do that, you traitor. And this was a friend of ours, which was also first a friend of theirs, but he said something that upset them, and then he was out. And so it was a really an explosive situation, basically. Like if you have this explosion device, oh, this is going to trigger the algorithm. If you have an explosive device which is vulnerable to a lot of shaking, then it explodes. If it's unstable, you don't shake it unless otherwise it will explode. Well, this is sort of like what the English couple was. If you would shake them, oh, is another motorhome coming?
Short fuse. Yes.
Short fused. Well, they had I mean, if it was in their advantage, that was all right, you know. Huh? If you remember that. They saw other English, they got horny, and it was like, oh, Patrick, bye, you don't exist anymore. Other English, real friends, the people we really want to be friends with,
Yeah. True.
instead of you two hobos.
Indeed. Yes.
That was okay if they did it, but we didn't have leverage over them. I couldn't say, well, if you go there, I'm going to fix your van.
Didn't even cross our minds.
It didn't even cross our minds because I was happy for them to make
do
new
that.
friends.
Yeah.
But if a Dutch friend, if a Dutch person who arrived came over to us, oh, somebody's coming over. Oh, it's a Dutch guy. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
send him away.
Yeah. They would
Send
just
him away.
go into the camper and slam the door. Yeah.
Yeah. If English people came to talk to them, I was try to be friendly to them as well. This is what you do on a campsite. It's normal. Like friends of friends of friends. But in their case, they have no problem if people were friendly to us. Slamming the door right into their faces was not an issue for them. They did that a lot of times.
Yeah. Sometimes people would say, "Is it something I said or did?"
Yeah, people would pull me aside and say, did we upset the English somehow? Did we do something wrong? Did we say something wrong?
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me that.
Tja.
I said, well, the English, it's...
No. trying to...
And the motorhome's backing up
Indeed.
pretty close to us. It's not English. Well, there's in the Dutch in the
Wow.
Netherlands. There's not a lot of maneuverability room,
Not at all.
and in the
Small spots.
it's getting busy on the side, so people sort of
Of course, it's
move in.
weekend. It's Saturday today, so...
But sort of having this Superman-like power and one vulnerability, which is kryptonite, which is our financial situation, meant that we had to put up with a lot of nonsense while we were stuck and trapped there. If we
Yeah.
hadn't gone with them to begin with,
Yeah.
we would have kept our freedom and sort of our independence, but we would also have a van and a mechanically...
We even told them not to come because, yeah,
We told them, yeah, they said we were going to come to they were going to come to the Netherlands. We said,
Yeah.
please don't, because we have to find...
work.
We're working, we have to
Yeah.
we have unlimited internet in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
We can't be the best friends to you that we can be because we got all this financial stress.
No.
And they were like, no, we're coming anyway, and you're coming with us. And then when we're in Portugal, we're going to sort everything out. Which all sounded reasonable, but it came at the price of holding your financial dependence against you, lording that over you
Yeah.
every time to get us to do things or to not do things most of the time. And
It's weird.
that's weird. I mean, that's weird from friends, and it's just as weird from family. It's weird. You probably, if you have family members, you know all their weaknesses. But
Yeah.
are you gonna
Yeah.
put a knife in that and twist that knife around and sort of have a sadomasochistic
Did it to
pleasure?
Jesus.
What?
Did it to Jesus right here.
Yes.
So, I guess, yeah. Mhm.
Oh, yeah. So that was, I mean, if you love somebody, you don't do that. If you love someone, you don't make ridiculous demands. You just, it's just as easy as, I help you.
Yep.
That's how easy it is. That's how we've always done it. In
Yeah.
every situation, with everybody we met, really, I mean, to toot my own horn and pat my own horn, we really proud ourselves in being really nice and helpful. That's why
Yeah.
people love being around us and with us,
Yeah.
because we are great people to hang with, to have in your circle.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird that the only weakness we've had for the last decade has been people have trying to exploit that in the most horrible ways. And I mean, there's a difference of somebody who watches our channel and writes something like, wow, you should get a real job. All right, that's, I mean, we know how to counter that by now, you know. We know how to counter those kind of critics.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. But if it's coming from behind you, from the people you think are in your corner, and we didn't have a lot of people in the corner. My whole family wasn't in my corner. It was family wasn't in her corner. There was not, so the few people that are there, you sort of depending on them not to stab you in the back. That's why we didn't notice the sabotages with the vans. We didn't notice that
Nope.
Peugeot Boxer was fixed and sabotaged by the same guy.
Yep.
And then when the Renault Master was in Portugal, it was fixed but also sabotaged by the same person. You didn't see it. You were annoyed.
Yeah.
You felt sort of a sense of annoyance when you said, please don't, it's not necessary, please don't do it, leave it alone.
Yeah.
And if he still touched it after that, you were sort of annoyed that he didn't listen.
Yeah.
But you didn't see it necessarily as
Yeah.
saboteur behavior. You didn't recognize it until
No.
you connect all the dots, which you do
That
once
it
you're
was,
back.
Out of a sense of perfectionism, but it wasn't.
Yeah, because we like to think the best of people. We
Yeah.
thought he is so enthusiastic about fixing the van that he is sort of addicted to it
Yes.
in a good way. So what else? I always said, what else can we fix on it?
Mm.
And usually we said, well, I think you fixed it all.
Yeah. True.
And
Yeah.
then he sort of ripped the side panel off and said, no, I found a hole here. Just to keep
Indeed.
busy, and all the time we couldn't sort of get things done. And
Mm-hmm.
it's weird that we've been to Portugal for 2 winters.
Mm-hmm.
2 winters? Well, the
Yeah.
first winter in the Mercedes, we had the most freedom because we were with other YouTubers. We could do
Yeah.
what we wanted.
Yeah. We were doing the same, all of us. So
And
it wasn't an issue.
yeah,
Yeah. It was not frowned upon. We even visited each other's vlogs. So yeah.
yeah. And then I think 2 times, we went 4 times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
True.
oh yes, 4 times. 1, 2,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
twice in the Renault Master and once in the
Mhm.
Peugeot Boxer, of course. After that,
Yeah.
so the first year we could sort of do as we wanted. We made friends. That's why all the interviews that we have on in our playlists on the channel are from the first year.
Yeah.
When we show around what happens on the site is all from the first year.
Yeah.
Because the 3 years after that we were with that English couple.
Yeah.
And you can notice in the vlogs and also in our communications with the people and
Yeah.
on the site,
True.
you see the difference with how much we did. The first time we were sort of independent and free, and then
Yeah.
3 years after that we sort of were always roped into
Yeah. Something.
whatever that was. I mean, we talked about this a lot over the time, and we thought about it a lot. And what we came up with at some point is that we were sort of filler upper people for them. That you sort of
Till
give
something better came along.
give them something to do
Yep.
until someone better comes along.
Or something. Yeah.
And same with the woman that we talked about, who wouldn't leave us alone. That's another vlog in the playlists.
Yep.
She hung with us until somebody better came along.
Oh.
Like she wanted to find another man. So as soon as there was a man, it was
Mine.
one time,
Yeah.
because she came park with us a lot of the time. And then we told her, if the door is closed, please, we were not ready to come out yet, so please leave us alone. We'll come when the door is open. We're approachable.
Yep.
So we had the door closed. We're having our coffees, and she started knocking on the van. That I needed to come outside. So what you do? I mean, it's coffee interrupt us. You know, it's not nice. I don't like it if people interrupt my dinner. Yeah, don't like it if people interrupt your dinner or your morning coffees.
Yeah. Of course.
So yeah, you slurp your coffee sort of, or when you leave it, when it's nice and hot temperature that you like it, you have to go out, talk to her. So she knocks on the van and urges me to come out. So it's always urgent with her. So I go outside, but then there was this guy also outside, between her knocking on the van to talk to me. There was this guy, long hair. She thought he was attractive.
Yeah. Her type.
Her type.
Yeah.
So she started to talk to him. By the time I had my shoes on and I had the door open and went outside, she was talking to him. And so I walk over there to see what she wanted to ask me.
Yeah.
And then she hissed at me like,
Yes.
"What are you doing here? Can't you see I'm talking to Mr. Adonis here?" I say, "Hey, you knocked on the van, dude. You knocked on the van for me to come out, and now you're hissing at me? What the F?"
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's exactly what we mean. I was good to talk to till Mr. Adonis showed up with his long hair. And And then it was like, oh, don't need Patrick anymore.
Yep.
It's sort of a burden that Patrick is
Yeah,
outside.
she even told you.
And when she was done talking to Mr. Adonis 2.5 hours later, then
Yeah.
she came instantly back to Petra and I.
Yep. Yep.
Then we were good enough to fill the time with.
Yep.
But it doesn't feel right. So
No.
when we saw the English couple got horny if other English arrived, what plate is those? Let me look in the binoculars. Oh, it's English. Ah! That's literally how it went.
Yep.
They run off there, soaking wet between the legs,
Yeah.
and they forgot about us
Yep.
for hours, days, and we actually like that because we got to do our own thing for a bit. But it's not nice in the sense that they dump you for somebody else as soon
Yep.
as they see people they really like. Like to compare it with, there's some YouTubers that I like. There's some YouTubers that I really wanted to meet. And some we met. Some we know we met in the last years. Some we didn't.
No.
Some we almost met. But I said to Petra, even if those sort of my favorite ever YouTubers came to that campsite, while I was sitting out with the English couple, I would never abandon them or Petra just to run sort of in front of their van, throw myself on the floor before they even parked in, because that's what the English usually did.
Yeah. True.
I wouldn't do that.
No.
Because that's not what friends do to each other. So that's how we knew they were not real friends, because you feel really you're a plan B person for them.
Yeah. True.
The back burner people or
Yeah.
the filler-uppers.
Yeah. First on the second choice list.
Yeah. So when one of the upsides from being the winter here in our own country was that we found our voices back again, because there was nobody blabbing into our ears.
Yep.
There was nobody telling us, don't talk to him, don't talk to her, don't go here, don't go.
Let's go here.
So we
let's go
found
there.
found our voices back. We managed to ground each other again, if that makes sense. So we found some peace
Yeah.
within all the stress, of course, because as long as we had that kryptonite of the financial troubles, you stay vulnerable, and people seem to sniff that out really fast.
Yeah, I guess.
And some people cannot handle with that. Like I said, my family got really mean when they found a weakness in me, and they thought, oh, let's wring that knife over and over and over again. Let's humiliate him. Let's shame him. Let's humiliate him. And let's humiliate Petra and shame her at the same, as long as we can. I mean, that makes no sense to us.
No,
None.
not really.
None whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it shows... It shows what kind of people you're dealing with sometimes. And
Yep.
I mean, realizing that after going, because we went 3 years to Portugal, and 3 years with them,
Yeah.
their hot breath to deal with. So we felt like 3 years we drove to a prison camp, if that makes sense. Hello, buddies. Hello, Frank.
Hello.
I was just wondering, is comments working or not?
Yeah.
But
They seem to.
the first year we went to Portugal, we had the most to prove, because people thought we wouldn't make it. People thought we couldn't handle it because of our kryptonite of the low financials. But we made it, and we do the long noses on the beach, which is still one of our favorite moments in the whole 10 years of van life. That we did make it. And we went in an old van that we didn't change the cam belts on, didn't do the oil filters on. And we made it there and back to the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And the 3 years after were also supposed to be about sort of being happy when you're snowbirding and doing your digital nomad work. And it started out like that in the first, with the Peugeot Boxer.
Yeah.
We went to Spain, did our digital nomad job there. Then we went to Portugal. Do our digital nomad work there, then we got paid,
Mm-hmm.
And then we met the English couple, and after that, it all sort of felt like you were in a concentration camp, a prison camp,
Yeah.
where
Something
the
like
only
that.
work that counted was the work on the van, which was sort of
Mm. Yeah.
to keep them happy
Yeah. True.
and keep us distracted.
Yeah.
And I feel really bad that I took Petra 3 years to Portugal, and then for 3 years we had ourselves exploited for a
Mm-hmm.
job that normally takes a few hours at a mechanic shop.
Mm.
And we had to spend 8 months with exploitive people because of
Yeah.
that. It
True.
was really, really strange to us.
Mm-hmm.
John H1666.
Oh.
That's your
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, it's gone. Ah. Mm-hmm.
Hi, both of you just came in and started at the beginning. I'm about 30 minutes behind. Volume is very low.
Ah. Okay.
Let's see if we
Let's
can fix
see.
it.
Ah. I see. Yeah. Well, I hope we fixed it now.
Can you hear us now? Is this better volume-wise?
Maybe we should get a bit closer.
We're doing it on the raw and no microphones.
No. True.
So how did you make the chat appear? Just click on it? Or swipe? Swipe? Or swipe?
Oh, yes. To
Swipe.
the right. Ah.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, swipe right.
okay.
So I really felt bad about that. About that we go, you go 3,000 kilometers. Some of it was fundraised by the viewers.
Yeah.
Who fundraised the fuel to get to
Mm-hmm.
Portugal.
Yeah.
And then we felt really bad that we couldn't vlog the way we vlogged in that first year, where we had independence and freedom to
Mm-hmm.
vlog about everything. And
Yeah.
then you have to deal with people telling you don't film us, don't socialize,
Yeah.
don't go any other place,
Mm,
don't go hang
indeed.
about other people.
Yep.
We were invited as a Dutch guy who lives in a village in Portugal by himself. A Dutch guy with a dog.
Mm.
His name is Hans, and he invited Petra and I over to his house, and he said, "I'll show you how I live. It's sort of a ghost village. There's only like 3 people living in it."
Yeah.
But the English couple had a problem with that,
Mm. Indeed.
so we always declined. We declined that
Mm-hmm.
because they were like, "You can go hang out with him, but your new bestie, or do you want your van fixed?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's really, I felt really bad about that. I still feel bad about it to this day, that we didn't see that and that we wasted. So, because you're driving an almost 40-year-old van to
Mm.
Portugal,
Yeah.
and we had fun along the way.
Yeah.
And you can see that in the vlogs, and we had fun coming back because then you're on your own again.
Mm-hmm.
But the moments that you're there, we only had fun when they're either left
Yeah. Weird but true.
or went motorbiking or
Yep.
shopping.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I
True.
felt really bad that we couldn't, because
Leave.
that's not why you go snowboard. Yeah, you couldn't, but for once you're there, you don't see it as clearly as you see it now.
No.
So
True.
you think we were happier the first time, and the 3 years after,
Yeah.
not so much. There was a guy who was always started the morning yodeling, a guy from Switzerland.
Yeah.
I wanted to vlog that,
Mm.
and he wanted to be in the vlog, but the English guy hated the yodel guy. So he forbade me to interact with the yodel guy, which makes no sense. But
No.
he would be
True.
really mean to the yodel guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he threatened to physically harm the yodel guy a couple of times.
Yeah.
So it was it was weird because you see a lot of vlog opportunities, a lot of people who were interesting to interview. They're
Mm-hmm.
just showing you the local life on the site. We did it the first year, and not so much the years after.
No.
While in the years
True.
after, you sort of become better
Mm-hmm.
at, because the first year everything is new.
Yeah, newbies. Yeah.
And then the second year and the third year and the fourth year, you're not as much a newbie, but so there's much more, much more, and you know a lot more
Yeah,
what you can show people
of course.
on the channel.
Yeah.
And then that didn't happen, and it is weird. It's still weird. That's why I talk about it so much.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
a job that should take a few hours at a mechanic shop cost us 8 months of our life.
Mm.
Three times. Twice, three
Mm.
times,
Yeah.
2.5 times.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
And at some point we had figured out, because you said to me a couple of times, I don't want to go there anymore.
Mm.
Because, do you remember that, telling that to me
Yes.
strictly?
Of course.
And why was that?
Well, it, it, it's just a weird vibe. Weird vibe. Lots of clans, lots of cliques. Yeah, it was, yeah, weird.
Yeah, I mean, we're a bit, when we're there, we can get along with everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know, have I said,
Mostly, yeah.
did I say that? I don't know, sometimes I don't remember what I said in previous vlogs. One time we were invited to 2 Christmas parties,
Yeah, true.
like from 2 camps. There was 2 camps, and they both had a Christmas party, and we were invited to both. Only us.
Yeah.
Because Camp A liked us, and Camp B liked us too.
Mm-hmm.
But the camps that were there, they were more at war with each other, but because when we were with the English couple, we were sort of in Camp English. But we're not making enemies with other people, but the English sort of saw it as they were at war with everybody who wasn't English.
Sort of.
And because you're in that camp
Mm.
and there's one person causing trouble, it reflects also on us.
Mm.
So who we hang out with reflects on us
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
in a broader sense, if that makes sense.
of course.
I don't know, did we ever, oh yeah, we probably told that story, but
Mm-hmm. Which one?
the Belgium incident?
Not
Did
sure.
we talk about that? Or
I-
was must have. I must have
Yeah.
talked about that.
I must have showed them that we put on the new tire. Yeah. Think so.
If you're traveling around, especially if you're traveling together, and one of the couples in the motorhome is a troublemaker, or a war maker, or
Yeah.
a problem seeker,
Mm.
then sometimes situations arise
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that happen before you realize what's happening, if that makes sense, because you're not paying attention to
Yep.
it.
No.
Until you realize that you're traveling with a troublemaker, and once you realize it, or when you're camping with one, then it's too late because you're already
Yeah. There.
there.
Yeah, indeed.
So when we were in Belgium
Yeah.
with the English couple, we had a flat tire, the Renault Master. We arrived to the flat tire. I didn't even notice that the tire was flat. We're going round to roundabouts like a brick, but in the Renault Master you always went round the roundabouts in like a brick. It steered heavy all the time.
Yeah.
And with a flat tire it steered heavier, but you didn't even notice it.
No.
So we went to the repair shop the next day with the tire to have it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And then the English guy caused a scene on the site that we were camped at.
Yeah.
And the wife phoned us up. You have to come back. Things are getting out of control.
Yeah.
So we were already stressed because we had the flat tire, but then you also had to deal with the conflict that the English guy created
Mm-hmm.
with the locals.
Yeah.
on the site, which was a local fire department.
Mm-hmm.
The campsite was near a fire department
Yep.
building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, and we don't know what happened. We still don't know exactly. We can guess, guesstimate what
Yeah.
happened, of course.
Sort of, yes.
But there was a conflict created by the time that we were back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then the conflict starts, and we didn't know. You see a fireman walking towards you. That's you don't. You think, oh yeah, it's a fire station, so that's not necessarily bad. But this one was waving his arms around and was ready to fight like Rocky.
Huge guy. He was very big.
He was big. I mean, I'm big too, but he was big. Not someone you wouldn't want to fight with. But the English guy picked a fight with a little girl who was also camping there, and she found up the big guy. That's sometimes what happens. If you don't know when you arrive somewhere, you don't know the local who knows who.
No.
So he thought he'd picked an easy fight with an easy target, but she had big friends backing her up. In this case, a whole fire department crew. Because if he's a big guy and I'm a big guy, but if we get it on, then there's probably 10, 11 other 12 big fire department guys watching from the fire station, or there you can phone them up like that. And before you know it, you're on a cloud in
Yeah.
playing a harp. All because you travel with a troublemaker and didn't realize it. Because you think somebody else is causing it, but I thought at the time somebody else is causing a problem, and I'm protecting my clan. I'm protecting the group, protecting Petra and an English couple.
Yeah.
But they caused it,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize it, but we suspected it, of course, with in the hindsight,
A wonderful thing, yes.
because you saw that it wasn't a standalone incident.
No.
He caused a lot of those incidents wherever we were,
Yeah.
where we were traveling.
The common denominator was always him, yes.
Yes, it was very clear who the fire starter was.
Indeed.
But it always caused problems for us as well, because if you hang around with a troublemaker, then you get you're
Guilty by-
smeared with the same.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Guilty by association, sort
Yes.
of kind of thing.
You get smeared with the same paint.
Yes.
So if he's wearing a red uniform, then they assume you're wearing a red uniform and the others wearing blue uniforms, or vice versa. It's
Yeah.
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 So we were much more on our tippy toes in those years than the first year of the most freedom. And now we're sort of at the point that with this van, which is a happy travel van, we'd love to go again,
Yeah.
honoring that first year that we went to Vibe. The Vibe that you go snowboarding to France or to Spain or to Portugal, wherever, or somewhere else. Just the two of us in a nice drivable van
Yep.
without the baggage of other snowbirders holding you back. Just us two and the camera. Well, you guys come along, of course. Just as the third passenger. So that's what we've been sort of looking forward to. We said we got to go on another road trip to make up for sort of the failures. Can you call it failures?
Learning experiences.
But it's interesting that the same kryptonite, the low income, always has a huge impact on months of our lives. Months. Where a normal person just goes to the mechanic and says, fix it and send me the bill. We gave up valuable time.
Yeah.
So we feel that we need to go back again and make up for that. We need to we want to make sort of a happy a happy road trip that's not dominated by breakdowns and people who see you as fillers for their time, or people you can use as stepping stones towards people you actually want to be friends with.
Yeah.
So we always thought this van would be the van to do that in, this Volkswagen that we have now.
Yeah. Well.
So for the last, since we had the Volkswagen, we've been sort of trying to get money together to go, to take this Volkswagen and go again. But now we run out of the time to get the money together.
Yeah.
Because now we have to take it to the inspection first. Now, if wonders exist and it gets approved, then it gets an inspection for 2 years. So 2026, 2027, and then you have to inspect it again in 2028.
Yeah.
That gives us time for another big road trip adventure.
Indeed.
Now we didn't go because we tried to save as much as we could, and because we don't know how good this van is. We think it's good, but we know
It has a few issues. Yes.
it has a couple of issues that you need fixed before driving, but it also has like the welding.
Yeah.
Does it need welding, and how much welding will it need? So it could be that this van that we are talking in now next week no longer exists.
Yep. True.
Because you have the interesting situation in the Netherlands that if they don't approve your van, then you can't drive it anymore unless you want to risk big fines from the police if they notice that you're doing it.
Yeah.
If you're involved in an accident
Yeah.
and you have a van that has no safety inspection, you are held liable.
I skipped ahead. I'm up to date now.
Oh, that's good. Well, you can also, the live stream, you can always watch it back.
In your own time. Yeah.
Yeah, once it's on YouTube, you can watch it back later.
Yeah.
In its entirety. But we're at that point that we don't know what lies ahead next week. So we might lose the van that's sort of the most perfect to do sort of another good vibe road trip in. We might lose that before we have the chance to do a proper road trip. And everything that comes along with a proper road trip, interesting sights, pleasurable drives.
Yeah.
So we have to take this hurdle first. And then and the other thing is, if it doesn't pass the inspection next week, we'll of course we'll make a video with the final verdict.
Yeah.
That's next on the agenda. We'll make once the guy inspected it, we have the verdict, and then you have to decide if we take the van, because it's digital, it's 2026. If we drive around in a van that's not allowed to be on the road, we take a huge financial risk because you can get fined.
Yeah.
They can confiscate your vehicle. But also Europe-wide, all these, because people claim they're not, they used to not. If you were in another country, people, the police there let you alone. But now everything is connected.
Yeah. Europe.
You can't drive in Portugal with a van without safety inspection and go unnoticed. Eventually, they'll drive around. We've seen them. The customs come, drive around on the side, and they can check your license plates.
Of course. Yeah.
But a lot of people think they're in the clear. The older generation, they think they're in the clear. But these days, they know exactly if you're driving around in a van that you're not supposed to drive around with.
Yeah. John said, fingers crossed for next week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now we've seen it. We met a guy. He drove around in a Spanish car. He was living in. It was uninsured. It was unregistered. and he covered the license plates during the day. What was it that he used? Blankets or these aluminum foils,
Yeah.
like you see on the fake moonlander.
Sunscreen.
But that was what attracted the cops to him.
Yeah.
So the cops were lifting up those flaps to see his license plate.
Yeah.
And we've seen in Portugal some people, if they have the towel, the beach towels, they put the beach towel like in front of the license plate,
Yeah.
pretending they're drying the towel, but in reality they're covering your license plates.
Yeah. True.
So I don't know if it's smart to just keep driving around in a van that's no longer allowed to be on the road, that can get us in a lot of
Yeah.
financially even worse situations if you get a fine.
Yeah.
Fines are between 400 and 700 euros if the cops catch you. If they confiscate it, yeah.
Yeah. No more home.
But if you say, well, I'm going to be within the legalities of the law or within the lines of the law,
Yeah.
then what are you going to do as a full-time van lifer if your van at the end of this month is no longer allowed to be on the road?
Yeah.
What are we going to do? It's
Yeah. We'll see.
we've been known to do some crazy weird things, but we rather keep this van.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not kidding when we said we really like it and we think it has a big road trip in it,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd love to be in the van when we do the road trip.
Of course. Yeah.
But we'll have to see. We'll have to see once the verdict is in, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Of course. Yeah.
We don't have a lot of window of time because the inspection is until the end of this month on this van.
Periods. Yeah.
Then it ends.
Yeah.
But because it's busy season, we couldn't plan in an inspection earlier.
No. True.
So we haven't gone yet because we still have that there were
Next
so many
week.
cars in front of you that you have to go
Yeah.
next week only, that there was time for us to go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because it's next week, it doesn't leave a lot of time to do any fixings also. Because a mechanic also might say, I have a waiting list. Like you can't fix it right away.
No.
You have to come back in a couple of days. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying in the last video, I think, that what we did in the past is that we go to a shady dealer and we look for the most undesirable vehicle that they have and try to do a swap with them, where we give them a great camper van that they only have to pass the inspection for,
Yeah.
and they can sell it for $5 grand
Or more. Yeah.
or more.
Yeah.
Where we cannot do. When we get the sort of from a shady dealer, we get a shady vehicle, and last time we got a shady vehicle, it was the Popmobile with the leaky fuel tank.
Yep.
And we know for a fact that this van doesn't have a leaky fuel tank. I mean, we know what we have, and what we have, it's definitely not at the end of its life cycle.
No.
So it would make no sense to get rid of it. But because of our kryptonite, which is the financial situation, in a normal situation, I phone my brother up, or I phone my parents up, or Peter phones her sister up, or Peter phones her father up, or a mother, and they help out. Or you have some friends from college, or you have some ex-colleagues who follow your adventures. I know that some watch,
Yeah.
and they have your backs. But at the same time, there's sort of this sadomasochistic pleasure in seeing other people struggle, which also create for very interesting vlog content. But a lot of people sometimes they rather see you struggle than help you out.
Yeah.
And not everybody. Recently, we had some good people help us out when we needed it. And in the past also,
Yeah.
So we're not forgetting
No,
that,
of course not.
but it is, you do notice that times have gotten harder and people have had it more difficult also.
Of course, yeah.
And
Sign of the times. Yeah.
so there's a lot of challenges still
Hmm?
to tackle,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's why also we've been, today, also the whole day, we've been doing things
Yep. Indeed.
to get our income up. So we have the best sort of position that we can have. We've been working on this a year to get it up.
Yeah. True.
But it's not been going well because we had to deal with the doubled road tax in the Netherlands,
Yeah.
which was a whole basically doubled our
Yeah.
expenses for the month.
Could have used that other half. Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
So the things that you manage to put aside evaporate
Yeah.
because you have to pay, in the Netherlands you pay the most expensive road tax in the whole of Europe,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
In Germany
True.
they pay like $100 a year, and in Spain they pay
Same. 50.
30 euros
Yeah.
for a
30, 50.
campervan per year.
Yeah.
We pay fudging. We pay fudging 1,400 euros, I think, per year, which
Yeah.
is like
At least.
at least 10 times more expensive.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
And we don't even have a big sized van. We sort of have the smallest sized camper van that there is. It's only
Yeah.
a 5-meter one.
Yeah.
And you're already paying that much.
Yeah.
So that has hacked into our financial strength enormously.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of people wonder, why don't we have, a lot of people think that we have welfare. I was on the campsite. Remember Hank?
Yeah.
I walked by to the bin, and there's this guy, an old timer, and he's like, "Oh, there's the fat lazy guy who's on welfare." And I said, "Excuse me? I don't know you. Who are you?" "Well, I'm Hank, and I heard that you're a fat lazy guy on welfare and who doesn't allow his wife out of the van unsupervised." I said, "Where did you hear that crap from?"
Yeah.
"Yeah, some people told me. I'm not going to say where I heard that."
Yeah.
Right?
Ah. Let's
So I said to
see.
Hank, "Excuse me, what are you talking about? We never had any conversation, and you say I'm a fat lazy guy who keeps his wife locked in the van? Where did you hear that from?" So I talked to Hank, and I set him
Yeah.
straight on a couple of things, and he said, "Patrick, I owe you a huge apology. I haven't talked to you. I know that the guy of the people who told him
Full of it.
they were full of something." But that's what, if people talk to you, to other people, they say, "Oh, that's a fat lazy guy. His wife is not allowed to walk by herself. They're on welfare, enjoy living large." It's easy. People easy have this opinion of you, and they think badly of you, and none of it is true.
Prejudice. Yes.
There are a lot of prejudices. None of it is true.
No.
But they want it to be true, so they assume that it's true, I suppose.
I guess. Yeah.
But the thing with the welfare, I think we had a whole video about that somewhere on the channel. But to apply for welfare, you need an address in the Netherlands, and we never had an address.
No.
You need to give them an address, and we don't have that. You need a legal address,
Yeah.
and the other situation you can apply for. You can't apply for being a homeless person, because economically, or homeless by choice, or roofless, not roofless, but
Houseless?
happily houseless. You don't fit in any box
Nope.
of the government. They have, you're addicted to something, you're psychologically insane. Well, some people might say, yeah, you can apply for that. You guys are nuts. But you don't fall into any of, you're not an alcoholic, you're not on pills, you're not using severe substances. So you don't fit any of the boxes, and then you have the Salvation Army stuff, and none
Yeah.
of it applies.
No.
And we sort of fall in between the
The
boxes.
cracks. Yeah.
And your only chance is to go plead your case. You have to make sort of an appointment with a special office, and you have to plead your case in person, and they'll weigh it and they'll judge it,
Yeah.
and they might help you out, but they usually say, try to find a family member, try to find a friend for an address. That makes it much easier to apply because you can apply the whole thing online.
Yeah.
And in those 10 years, we never found anybody who wanted to give us an address, which is insane. I never expected that. Petra never expected that.
No.
But it made that we started the life without welfare, and now you're not on welfare. It's a curse and a blessing at the same time, because we
Yeah.
put 20 years into the 9 to 5 life. We did work in our own country. We did pay taxes for all the time.
Yeah.
And now you cannot fall back on any of the citizen rights. And you see a lot of people coming into the country who also don't have an address,
Yeah.
but they get full benefits.
Exactly. Weird.
So,
Yep.
yeah, Petra wants to read a comment.
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry.
otherwise we'll forget, maybe.
Yeah, it's all right.
Let's see.
Put me straight.
Irene 4120 says, you guys are on my list of people to help financially. Oh, it's going again. Oh. When I win the big lottery. I thank you, Irene. Thank you. And she says, I think, oh, what's this? Oh, it's weird.
You got a white dot.
Yes, a white dot. I think Petra can escape whenever she wants to.
Yeah. Yes, that's really, really easy indeed. Yeah, I mean, if we park somewhere and we walk to the store, we always go together because we can carry more. Because you can have to buy some bottles of water like these ones.
Purely practical. Yep.
So it's practical if you go both
Yeah.
to the store. So
Yeah.
when that hang guy saw me and Petra walk together, somebody told him that I wouldn't allow Petra to go to the store by herself. But purely practical, we go both because we can carry more together. It's not that I have to be there to
No.
make sure she doesn't escape. But that was sort of the narrative that existed.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
Yeah.
I think it's good if you stick together for safety as well. Yeah. Also,
Indeed.
that's
Yeah.
also a good
True.
point.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Nowadays,
Yeah.
it's not like it used to be. Indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially now we have the stalker.
Yeah.
It's even more handy to go together to places. It's not.
Yeah.
Indeed, it's not that.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we do. Sometimes we go somewhere by ourselves.
Of course. Yeah. Have you ever had a pet in the van? No, not yet. But yeah, if we ever get the chance to do that, we sure will. Yeah.
Yeah, and we always hoped that if we were in Spain or Portugal, we have a lot of these
Strays.
strays, that one of them would
Pick us.
pick us.
Yeah.
But Petra has a theory why the strays haven't picked us yet.
Yeah, it's obvious. You tell them.
Well, you tell them.
Me?
It's your theory.
A dog for safety or companionship? Yeah. Yeah, we want both. Cat and a dog. Yeah.
I have no say in this, yeah.
Well. Yeah, what was I saying? I was saying the theory is because yeah, we cannot take care of ourselves at the moment. How can you take care of pets? And they know that.
especially
Animals know.
especially when they get sick,
Yeah.
when they need to have a vet. We
Yeah.
met a couple of times people who had to bring the
True.
dog to the vet,
Yep.
veterinarian,
Yep.
and that's really expensive. Just a couple of pills or
Yeah.
the visit.
True.
It's a couple of $100 easy.
Very expensive. Yeah.
So that,
But of course, your pets are worth it. Yeah.
yeah, your pets are worth that, of
Yeah.
course. But you
Yeah.
have to have a little reserve to.
At least, yeah. Irene says, I'm more of a cat person too, but... Oh, let's see. Whoa. Where is it going? But yes, pets are very expensive now. Indeed.
We saw somebody with a cat recently,
Yeah.
and most people have the cat on the leash, so it can't. When it gets scared, this doesn't storm off.
Yes.
But I was with a French woman in Portugal that we met. She trained the cat
Yeah.
to, since a little kitten,
Yeah.
that the van is sort of the home. So
Yeah.
it would go off for a couple of hours, but always came back.
Always come back. Yeah.
And that was pretty special.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
But she sort of trained it
Yeah.
from the start.
Mm-hmm.
But if most people have dogs, and it's not easy for a cat person to have the cat outside unsupervised for long.
No.
But cat persons usually say the cat will hurt the dog more
Of course it will. Yeah.
because of the sharp claws.
Indeed. Yep.
But yeah,
Yes.
so but it is interesting that 10 years in the van life, we still struggle sort of with the same issue as we had the first day.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a blessing that it's only that one issue, but it's sort of for us
Indeed.
frustrating
Yeah.
as well that we still have to find a good way to
Yeah.
handle that. And every time when you get the safety inspection
Yeah.
approaching,
Yep.
you always worry about it
Of course. Yeah.
in a similar way. I would rather get scratched by a cat than bitten by a dog.
Yeah,
that
same
is
here.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. I had me a cat also for 19 years. And I got bitten by a dog once and never again. No. You're right, Irene. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, and when we were in Portugal, I was talking earlier about the Dutch guy, Hans. He's a biologist, or he was a biology teacher in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And he moved to a ghost village in Portugal. And he had a dog.
Oh, you had one for 20 years. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, Hans had a dog called Storm. Storm?
Wolf.
Oh, Wolf. Oh, yeah, Wolf.
Didn't look like a wolf, but it was called Wolf. Yep.
And Hans, he was on, he was on welfare from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And he was, I think he registered with his son
Yeah.
in the Netherlands. And then the government said to him, we're coming to check if you actually live there. And he just had like a foldable bed and
Toothbrush.
and a chair and a toothbrush.
Yeah.
So his son rang him up and said, Dad, you gotta you gotta come because there's a letter for you.
Yeah.
They're coming to check on you next week.
Yeah.
So he came to us on the campsite and he said, can you take care of Wolf for a month?
Yes. Well.
And yeah, we did consider it. Wolf was a great, nice dog.
Yeah.
Big one.
Nice.
Big dog.
But yeah, it would tie our hands enormously, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's weird because you
We
don't know.
didn't know the guy also.
You
so-
didn't know him really well, and
No.
you don't know the dog really well, even though
No.
it was a sweet dog. And we were doing that engine overhaul, and half of the engine was in the trailer of the English, and half of the engine was sort of open.
Yeah.
So we thought that's not a great environment for a dog
Oh,
to be in.
no.
So we didn't
No,
go on
we
with
didn't.
that. But it was so funny that he
Yes,
asked us,
indeed.
and then he
Yeah.
asked another Dutch lady who was also living in Portugal.
Mm.
She had a off-grid property,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, "Yeah, I'll watch your dog." And he said, "Oh, happy? I'll bring it." And then she said, "Yeah, for 800 euros per week." He said, "Well, I'm not that rich." So they sort of that put a dent in their relationship.
Yes. Let's see. Oh,
I think the
whoops.
button is sort of the scroll to the end. See?
Oh, I see.
This is the button, and then so you scroll.
Ah, yes. Irene says, love to visit Portugal as well. I'm in Canada and have been to the Netherlands. Oh,
Many times.
yeah, yeah, and have been to the Netherlands many times. Wow, nice. Yeah,
Wow. Oh, that's nice.
yeah,
Viewers from Canada all the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, very nice. Yeah.
An international audience.
Mm.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we
Yeah.
started to vlog in English back in the day. Because we were always watching English channels.
Yeah.
And if you might know, we're the first Vanlife channel on YouTube in the Netherlands.
Mm.
People say one of the first, but there's no other. Nobody ever in 10 years claimed the title saying, "Hey, you're not the first."
No.
There was one other Dutch channel. They lived in a mobile home, and they recently had their channel deleted.
Yeah, that's weird.
So that's
A bummer. Yeah,
a bummer. They all had the channel for
11 years, I think.
11-ish years,
Mm.
and then suddenly it was gone. But the guy was doing a lot of. We were in contact in the beginning,
Mm.
and then we sort of were out of touch
Yeah.
for a while. But he started for income. One of the things he was doing was reviews, product reviews, like electrical bicycles, batteries, solar panels, both for motorhomes and boats. And if you do product reviews or placements in your video, then you have to tell YouTube about that. So if I promote a battery, then I need to mark the box saying, yes, there is paid promotion.
Yeah.
So I don't manipulate you guys into thinking that, oh, I'll buy that battery is promoting because it must be good. But if I get paid to do it, then that's sort of manipulation. I'm not done honestly doing it. So sometimes if you start videos, it says this video includes paid promotion as a warning to the viewer.
Yeah.
And I think the Dutch guy, he did all these reviews, but he never marked that box. And YouTube is very strict about that. If you don't mark the box, you get a warning. If you don't mark it for a couple of videos, you get sort of, you're banned from uploading for a while, a week or so, or a month. But if you keep ignoring YouTube and keep not marking that box, YouTube can delete your whole channel, and that happens. I think that's what happens. I don't know the details, but that makes the most sense to me. Sometimes people say, "Oh yeah, it's been hacked," but that's not always the case. We know of more Vanlife channels who claim to be hacked, but you can put all your videos on private, then it looks like you hacked, but you did it yourself for various reasons. If you say, "Oh, I don't want the videos to be public," you can put them on private so only you can see them.
Yeah.
And then there's YouTubers that say, "Oh, I got hacked," and then they said, "Oh, I got the channel back," and you just put all the videos on public again.
Yeah.
But what makes the most sense is that YouTube just deleted the channel because he was doing these product placements
Mm.
and not
Yeah.
following their guidelines. Which is sad, but that's 10 years of putting work in that. That's a lot of work that's
Yeah.
gone.
Mm.
And if you violate those rules, sometimes you don't get the channel back at all.
Mm.
And the funny thing is that Petra and I thought about doing product placements too
Mm.
in the earlier years,
Yeah, in the beginning, yeah.
in the beginning. But we never had enough subscribers. You needed at least 5,000 subscribers, I think, to start it, which he had.
Yeah.
So he could apply for product placements.
Yeah.
So in a way, that saved us from being deleted now,
Mm. Yeah.
because I don't know if I would have checked all those boxes back in those days either.
Mm.
And sometimes it takes a viewer who can report you to YouTube and say, hey, this guy is doing product placements,
Mhm.
but he's not, it's not showing up in the video that it's a paid promotion.
Mm.
Because people can be grudgy
Mm.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a shame. But that's what I was saying. That's why we went with English from the start.
Yeah.
We got criticized for that by the Dutch a lot,
To reach a bigger audience. Yeah.
because they said, why don't you just talk in your native language? But if you look at the biggest Vanlife channels,
Mm.
they don't. You don't see any Dutch channels over 10,000 subscribers almost. There's maybe the odd 20,000 subscriber
Yeah.
channel,
Mhm.
but that's it.
Yeah.
And we always had modest wishes. We wanted to be bigger than, a lot bigger than we are at least. And we thought English would give us the best reach, because then everybody understands English,
Yeah. Most people.
most
Yeah.
people.
Mhm.
That's why we can have a viewer from Canada,
Yeah.
but in the Dutch channels they cannot. So that's extra special,
Unless they speak Dutch, but
unless you speak Dutch.
don't know if you do, but
And we also know some YouTubers, they try it. There was a German woman, who vlogged in English, in French, and in German.
yeah, wow.
So sometimes she made videos and she literally said the same sentence in all the 3 languages.
Yeah, 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of work.
Mm.
You can do that for 1 or 2 videos, but eventually it tires you out. And then she had to make a difficult choice,
Yeah.
because her main audience was from France.
Yeah. Mhm.
And the most growing chance was by doing English, but she wanted the least effort. And because she was a native German, she did it back to German, which gave her not the growth spurt anymore. And if you then don't see your channel grow, you get bored from making
Yeah.
uploads.
Mhm. Mhm.
And the same thing happened with another guy who spoke English and German. And he said, it takes me effort to do it in English, so I rather switch to German. But he spoke German in his Bayerish accent,
Yeah.
Bavaria accent, which is even for us who understand German, it's really difficult to understand what he's saying.
Yeah, true.
So he wasn't growing as much. And for us, it costs also the same effort to speak English.
True.
But we just said, well, let's just do that.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
So that brings us to the rebrand. We haven't even talked about the rebrand yet.
No, indeed.
Yeah, as you guys know, we were at the crossroads that we said, shall we or shall we not go to another platform? And in the past we went to Rumble for a year, and then we came back by popular demand. And then we were again at the point that we said, well, we're not growing, we're looking at the support, looking at the sales.
Yeah.
You try to make up the balance for yourself. Is this worth being on YouTube? And we decided no. A couple of weeks ago we decided no, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So we already had the new platform in our minds that we would go to. And then we got a message from Raquel, who is married to Charlie, and they're the Brown family,
Mm-hmm.
and they have two kids, and we clicked with them in the first year of van life, like vlog number 30, I think it was at the time.
Yeah.
Like 30, our 30th vlog, and they were watching us. They were an RV family from America, and they were following us because we were speaking English.
Yeah.
And the guy had a great laugh.
Yeah.
It's also at the end of one of our music videos that we made. People say, "Who is that laugh from?" That's his laugh. We asked him, "Can we use it?"
Yeah.
And she sent us a message that he passed away in 2025. So then I was reflecting everything. You start reflecting and you think about the struggle that you had
Yeah.
and how short life is and everything.
Indeed.
And what I liked was that those vlogs, because they did RVing for a while, and they vlogged it
Yeah.
with the kids when they were small, young.
Yeah.
Then they went homesteading for a while, and they vlogged it,
Yeah.
and even came to Europe.
Yeah.
But the kids can still watch it back, and they have one channel that they can watch everything on, the whole adventure. So which put me again into the mindset as a storyteller. I think, yeah, it's good. Because if we start on another platform, they start in the middle of the action,
Yeah. It's like,
and things won't make any sense.
no. No.
What do you want?
Well, if you stumble upon a movie or a series and you haven't seen the first part.
Yeah, if you start watching a series, eight seasons, and you start in season 3 or 4,
Yeah. You kind of miss.
you have to start at the beginning. So we said, well, if we then not go to the other platform, and if we stay on YouTube, but we are dealing with low engagement, not a lot of people comment anymore, not a lot of people
Yeah.
go to the web shop, not a lot of people do the monthly donations. Some do, but we notice compared to other years that it's been going stagnant.
Yeah.
So we said, what else can we do? And the only thing left that you can do is a rebrand.
Yeah.
And back then, when we started, our Vilicious, that's our sort of our beginning, the name, that was in the days that PewDiePie was really popular, a popular YouTuber.
Yeah.
So fantasy names like that were very popular. When I started the channel, I thought, what's the most popular channel doing? Oh, here's a fantasy name, then we'll do a fantasy name too. But since then, we had to deal with a lot of people asking us, how do you spell it? What does it mean? When they try to look up or type it into YouTube, they don't know how you spell it.
No.
And it was sort of, because you stick with it, because that's what when you created the channel, you have to put something in the box. And you did it sort of without thinking about it too much.
Yep.
And you stick with it.
Yeah,
And we stuck with it probably longer than we should have, because our Vilicious was in the beginning sort of us being funny and happy and getting to know the RV life and experiencing everything from the first time from a funny perspective, because you also speak English. And then later things got a bit harder, and then we felt like the name doesn't really fit anymore, and I think we changed it a couple of times to Vanlife with Better Butts, stuff like that. I think we tried out the name changes a couple of times.
Yeah.
Then we changed it back to our Vilicious for consistency.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And then I was like, well, if we're staying, and while the engagement from viewers is low, and while the comments are not as much from as they used to be, and the support isn't what it used to be,
No.
this is sort of the perfect grounds, breeding grounds for a rebrand.
Yeah.
You don't do it when you're thriving.
No.
You're sort of doing when things are stagnant anyway, and most people might not even notice it and just think we're a completely different channel to begin with.
Yeah.
So I never, in the beginning, we never liked doing sort of the rebranding in the style with the catchy thumbnails and the clickbait titles,
Yeah.
but it is sort of
True.
what's expected of you if you want to compete or survive in the current YouTube climate.
Mm.
So for the longest time we've been hesitant to do it and resistant to do it.
Mm.
But if we were doing the rebrand, you have to rethink everything.
Yep.
And it was never that I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd rather keep it raw
Yeah.
than
Go.
polished.
Yeah. 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 Go with the crowd. Go
Well,
with
the video
the,
content is
yeah.
still raw, but you need people to click on your video to grow. So you have to do something to get the attention.
Mm.
So that's what we've been focusing on in the rebrand. And
Yeah.
what you also needed was a catchy phrase. Now, first, before we thought we settled on Wheel It,
Mm.
we had, by coincidence, we had another name thought, and I created first sort of a style for that.
Mm.
If you might not even know that we did that, but
No.
we had We Live in This.
Yeah. Mm.
We live in
We did.
this,
Yeah.
because that's what people always tell us. If we live in we had the smoking van and the Pokemobile
Mm.
and the hippie van with all the Ganesha painted on it,
Mm.
or the little this Volkswagen van. A lot of people when I tell them we live in this van, they say, "You live in that?
Yep.
You live in that?"
Mm.
So I thought, hey, that's a great catchphrase for a channel title.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We live in this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
WLIT. And to say, Petra said, Wheel It. So that reads as Wheel It. We live in this.
Yeah.
But the difficulty for Wheel It, for We Live in This, is that if you won't remember after a week or after an hour, if I say the channel name is We Live in This, was it We Live in This, We Live in That, this is what we live in,
We live in it.
we live in it, we live in...
Yeah.
So it's not instantly memorable. You have to do effort, the brain has to work to remember the name, just like with Aphilicious. I didn't want that. I want something, you hear it once,
Yeah.
even if you want to forget it, you can't forget it. And that's, by coincidence, when I was doing WLIT,
Yep.
Petra said, that's also pronounceable Wheel It. And I thought, hey, Wheel It, that's much better.
Mm.
So Petra came up with the name by accident.
Indeed.
Kudos to you.
Well, thank you.
Wheel it till you feel it. And that sort of fits everything that we've been going through also.
Yeah.
Because if your family is not supporting you, and if your friends are abandoning you, or the viewers are upset with you, you still, or the van doesn't get approved in the safety but you still have to go.
Yep.
You have to motivate yourself to go on. You have to say, now let's wheel it.
Yeah.
Let's just drive another meter, or drive another kilometer or mile.
Indeed.
So you got to wheel it till you feel it, till you sort of feel yourself physically sometimes feeling better, because you're traveling, always makes you smile more. It changes your mood, but also until you feel like that you're on the right road, on the right track. It's a deep, there's a deep meaning sort of, and it's easy to remember. So that's why we did the rebrand.
Yeah.
Also because it fits the new look. We didn't want to do a new name and not do a new look with it.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a lot of changes behind the scenes with the thumbnails and the titles.
Yeah.
But I hope that it's gonna pay off.
Yeah. Of course.
I don't know if it will, because I've been doing like 11-year-old videos, rebranding them. And I've been rebranding the most popular ones, the most recent ones,
Yeah.
the oldest ones. And because we have over 500 videos, almost 600, that's a lot of content to go through. That's also why we removed all the old shorts,
Yeah.
because that creates too much distraction. there's already so many vlogs to go through, and in our hearts we don't really like the shorts because I'm a long talker.
Indeed.
We can summarize things in 3 minutes, but it's also, you feel a bit hasted. A lot of the times we have to do 10 takes on a 3-minute video because you run out of time. And you could also, in the 10 takes, you could have made one 30-minute video because people can sort of pause it and watch it.
Whenever.
YouTube remembers until exactly where you watched it, so you can always watch it
Yeah.
whenever suits you.
Yeah. True.
And if we're gonna bring back the shorts, it will be in a short series format. I got ideas for that, but we've been running out of time
Yeah.
because the inspection has to come first. So I got a lot of ideas that we want to do with this van and where we want to go, and we had the van tour still planned, but we ran out of time in doing everything. So I've been overhauling the channel, and Petra has been doing the rest of Digital Nomad work.
Yep.
And now we run out of time. But I hope to see, but you need to give the algorithm time to sort of reassess the channel,
Yeah.
and that takes a while. And then it'll say, hopefully I'm gonna promote you to more people, or more people see a thumbnail that sticks out from the rest, and they might click on it
Yeah.
and maybe be disappointed, or maybe hopefully not, but at least they click on it.
You never know.
And a lot of our old thumbnail, but when we started, we were pioneering 10 years before the sort of the technology that there is now caught up with us. So our videos, our oldest videos deserved the thumbnails, and I just gave them, and our oldest videos. But if we had those 10 years ago, we would have probably gone viral more
Yeah. Yeah.
than the videos will now probably not go viral because it's 11-year-old stuff. But I still think I deserve to make them look the way they were intended. But we were pioneering in the Netherlands. The first Vanlife was 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
So it wasn't there yet. So you did the best you could with the limited options you had.
True.
And now you're sort of trying to do catch up. I'm trying to catch up with the modern standards, or the modern what's expected of you, that things need to look at. And you're competing with a lot of people, a lot of videos on YouTube that don't even have real persons in them anymore.
Yeah.
And I hope that eventually that will lead that people get tired of seeing a lot of faceless YouTube channels, and then the few faces that are still on there that might get popular again at some point. So that's sort of a bit the Wheel It rebrand, but it might be the shortest rebrand ever if the van doesn't pass next week.
Yeah. Well,
But we'll see. I mean, we'll just have to see how it goes, and we'll let you know. You're going to come with us, and it'll be exciting.
yeah.
But the real, also for ourselves, the real reason of the rebrand is that we also want to wheel it again. Because since we came back in the Renault Master and we broke down right over the border in the Netherlands with it, that's 2 winters already that we haven't gone
True.
into Europe anymore. And we miss it, and we want to wheel back into Europe also. So it's also for ourselves to stay motivated. That we want to wheel it again. We got to wheel it. It makes sense.
I feel it. Yeah.
We need to feel that again too, especially because like I said in the beginning, the 3 years that we went were all sort of dominated by the couple that we spent those months with, and that was wrong. And we need a year for just us, that we can go. We went 4 times, and there were few places on the list on the coast that we haven't been to yet.
Yep. True.
And every year we went, we said we're gonna go there. So It's sort of the farthest point of Europe
Mm-hmm.
in Portugal.
Yeah.
We wanted to go there. That's sort of where usually all the van lifers,
Everyone.
everyone goes to that same point.
Yeah.
I wanted to go there, and the English couple always said, "Ah, I shouldn't." We went there ourselves. Yeah, you shouldn't go there. It's
Yeah.
not worth it.
It's boring. It's
Let's just stay
windy.
here, fix the van. Don't waste your money on fuel to go there.
Yeah.
We just want to go there, and nobody blabbing in our ear telling us not to go there.
No.
And there's some sites that we did go to that they also told us not to go to. I mean, it's not. But that's still on the agenda. The point, huh? And I think Albufeira. We wanted to go Albufeira because it's one of the places
Mm-hmm.
that we just want to check out.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't gone there yet.
Nope.
Just so for ourselves. I mean, we made it to Lagos,
Yeah.
where we did the long noses. To everybody who said you can't make it to Portugal,
Mm-hmm.
but we never made it to the point. So we still want to go to that point,
Mm-hmm.
the outlook point,
Yeah.
the farthest point of Portugal, the farthest point into Europe that you can go. That's still on the list.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, as the rebranded Wheelit, we can go there in this Volkswagen, and hopefully we can go there not in a shady car that we have to switch
Yeah.
for the Volkswagen. We rather go in this. But if that's a reality, I don't know. But that's what we want,
Yeah.
and we can only hope that that will come to pass somehow, even though it doesn't look like it.
Mm.
It might, but we had odds against us for a long time. For a long time. So we're going to see it.
Yeah. We'll see.
Okay, does anybody has any questions for me or for Petra? I know I've been blabbing a lot. Yeah?
Let's see. Mm.
Yeah, if you have any questions or remarks, just throw them in the chat.
Indeed.
And if you want to ask Petra something, you can say this question is for Petra. She'll, I'll try to shut up while she's answering it. Let's give people some time to type it in. So this might be the last live stream from this van,
Yeah.
believe it or not.
Indeed. Yeah.
'Cause as soon as it fails, if we get the inspection report, we'll have to have clear what needs to be done to keep the van.
Yeah. True.
And if that price is too high, then we have to
That's the only silver lining.
find a trade.
Finally know what's up with it.
But when we broke down in the Renault Master, we couldn't drive it anymore. It had an undrivable issue with the tire. Something broke, and the wheel somewhere a wheel bearing, a suspension. We don't know. It could be anything.
Yeah.
So we only could go on foot and by bus. But now we still have a drivable vehicle, and we're still legally allowed till the end of May to drive it, which could give us the reach that we need to go to visit shady dealers and swap with them.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. But that's in the back of our minds
Yeah.
as options.
Yeah.
I've been looking for other Popemobiles. I actually found another one that looks a lot like the one we had. So it might be Popemobile 2.0 soon. We hope not.
No. True.
But it might. It might.
Yeah.
Let's see. Was there any questions? Otherwise, I think, unless you want to go on a bender. Otherwise, we can finish up the live stream.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is there
No question.
anyone has a question?
Doesn't look like it, so
Going once,
going twice,
going 3 times.
thrice.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys for watching. Thanks for listening to us unload, unburden ourselves. We don't script, we don't hold back.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit raw. It's been a bit raw the last couple of years,
Mm-hmm.
but we
Yeah.
still have some energy in us
Yeah.
to
Maybe.
keep going on YouTube. We'll definitely stay.
Keeping it real. Yeah.
Oh yes, this is it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Petra, thank you for being in the live stream.
My
You
pleasure.
guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for your thumbs ups and your comments.
Thank you, thank you.
And the next video will be the Fiat safety inspection.
Mm.
We're smiling now, but we're probably not not smiling that day.
Probably not.
Signing off.
Bye.
To all wheelers, remember wheel it.
Do you feel it?
Bye.
Bye.
Signing off. Oh,
Is that the right button?
let's hope so.